All right, I got a Memphis Les Paul, seen better days. It's a nice guitar. My brother said he bought this in 1981 and it was used back then. So I think this is like a 70s. It's been played a lot. It has a really nice ABR1 style bridge. The only thing is it's the pots turn. We have one that's a little sticky. I haven't played it. That one's a little tight. I'll spray it or replace it. But what's this thing? Memphis. Somebody looks to me like it's cracked all the way through the neck, both sides. Pretty bad. Try to glue this back together, but you can see it opening. What I think happened was this didn't have a case. It happened while he was moving somewhere. I think somebody stepped on the neck. I think they stepped right here, stepped on this guitar and just snapped it. So I took the truss rod cover off and loosened the truss rod bolt. I'm gonna glue it and clamp it, restring it. Pots say Epiphone 223332. So it's got Epiphone pickups. All right, I'll be back. Well, here's a dry fit. Got some leather pads. And, you know, it's pretty tight because right here, get my finger, I can barely feel that crack. That's how smooth it is. And again here, I can feel it a little bit more there. You can hear it. But right here, it's so smooth. Can barely feel anything. So I'm not going to squeeze it too tight because I don't want to squeeze all the glue out of this. And I think it will glue in the truss rod because I bent it so I can see how much glue I can get in there when I glue it, and shine the light in, I can see the truss rod. So pretty good chance this truss rod's going to get glued in. I don't think it's going to matter though. All right, I've glued the neck back together. I've oiled the fretboard. This fretboard looks amazing. I've done woodworking for a lot of years, built a lot of furniture. I almost think this is Brazilian rosewood. And what's even better about this Memphis Les Paul is, let me see if I can zoom in and get this. Right here on the frets, this white binding has a little white piece that comes up right here, even with the fret. No other copy does that. The only people who do that are is Gibson, where this white binding right here has a little piece that goes up that matches the fret. I mean, you only see this on Gibson standards and Gibson custom guitars. But look at the wood grain on this. It's just amazing. Beautiful. I oiled it with some fret oil. Haven't sanded it because I don't want to do anything to this guitar other than preserve it. All right, let's take a look at the neck glue job in the back. I think it's good. Not great, but I don't know if it's great, but it was broken really bad. There we go. So I glued it And then I scraped it with a razor blade that I put a burr on the edge, and just to make it smooth. And it's very smooth. I think just the neck needs to be refinished. And all this white is just the clear coat. But this is very smooth. I mean, you could actually play this guitar. Anyway, I really like it. And it's heavy as a Gibson. I mean, this thing is a tank. Gibsons weigh between 8 and 9 pounds. And I'm saying this thing is pushing 9 pounds. And I cleaned it up. It looks great. All right, here is the bridge. There we go. It's an ABR1 style. It's got the screws to adjust the intonation. Haven't cleaned them, haven't done anything. Has the little wire that goes across to keep them in place. This is how it was when I got it, in this direction. But the bridge actually installs this way. The screws are supposed to face forward. Like that. I'm not going to clean this too much. I don't want to take too much of the age off. But it is very small, very light. Instead of some of these big, heavier bridges they're making nowadays. So I suspect this guitar is going to have a lot of sustain. All right, this Memphis has had a rough time, but I think it's coming back. I got a great feeling about it's going to sound great.